Hi guys, this is Kate from Kate's Crafting Corner. It is September the 17th or 18th, one of those days. And this is about my 5th attempt to film this today. So hopefully I remember to say everything, because it's going to be one of those things where you feel like you already said something, but then you may have already said, you may not have. Might have been in a previous attempt. Sorry, I got distracted because a text message just came across my screen. Anyways, so I know that it has been almost 3 weeks since I posted a video, and I was gonna be better, but let me just give my excuses. So I was getting things ready to film my January preview video that I'm still planning on doing every month. But as I was getting ready to do it and making notes, I realized basically everything I had to say, I had said just a couple days before in my year preview. And so I decided that just for the first month, and yes, I still haven't taken off my Christmas nails, and oh, they're so grown out, but whatever. But anyways, that I'd already said basically all of it, and so I decided instead to give myself a week off because I was a little burnt out from filming every single day and uploading and editing and doing Vlogmas. Anyway, so yeah, I just decided to take a week off. And then in the house that we live in, this was a house that my husband bought with his first wife when it was getting built, and they closed off. So it's 4 bedrooms upstairs. They decided to close off the smallest bedroom that's next door to the master bedroom and open it up in the master bedroom to make a retreat area. We have been using this area as like a catch-all, like storage. Anything you don't know where to put, you just kind of toss in that room and basically just toss. It was a mess. But so we finally decided to get it a little bit like cleaned up and to make it like a retreat, right? Like it was intended to be, and have some like shelves so I could put my books and stuff like that. And so we finally did that. We've had a couple of neighbors move near us, and so we got a love seat for like $5. And it's from the 90s, so it's a bit dated, but still held up really nice, and it was $5. I mean, we're not planning on staying here for more than like a year or two before we move into our own like forever home. But yeah, so another neighbor gave us some of those like IKEA type shelves that I'm gonna temporarily use for storing books. And yeah, so we were just doing that, and in the midst of like moving furniture either out of that room or into it, I did something to my back. Also, it's possibly how I sit in this chair, because so this is looking forward. In this direction is where I usually have my iPad, which is usually playing something. And so I do a lot of this, and then this, and then this. And when I do that, oh my gosh, it hurts. Anyways, I hurt my back real bad. Like the worst pain I've ever had. It was almost unbearable. And I have a really high pain threshold, like really high. I mean, I've done some crazy things, and okay, like I had one dentist visit, I had 2 wisdom teeth and a root canal all in one visit. I didn't even take the pain medication afterwards. Like, I have a high pain threshold, and this back pain is just, even now it hurts so bad. But anyway, so it's been about a week and a half that my back has been hurting. to a point where it is hard for me to stay in a single position to do something for any amount of time. I'm constantly shifting, trying to readjust, standing up, sitting down, laying down, changing position, sitting back up. It's hard to find a place to get comfortable. And so I haven't really been in a place where I could like film for, I mean, however long it takes. I never intend for them to be long, but they're always long. But anyways, so I'm finally feeling a bit better. I just popped a couple Advils. So, anyways, I don't have the giveaway to share with you guys because I haven't been able to sit still long enough to write down all the names and get them organized like that. So I'm hoping to have that in a day or two. But I did go ahead and get some mailing envelopes so that when I draw it, I can just write the names of the address and all that and get everything in there and get it posted. So I am more prepared than normal, but not as prepared as I should be. Anyways, so I have mainly yarn related stuff, but I do also have a bit of cross stitch. So I'm gonna get through those, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna edit tonight because I'm super tired. I'm not feeling well, and part of the reason this is many attempts to film today is because on a couple of my last attempts, we were trying to organize to go over to my brother-in-law's house to take one of his home COVID tests because we can't find them in the stores lately and we don't have any. And someone from the Young Women's Group at church tested positive. So I've had a bit of a cough and sore throat and I'm tired, so I was a little worried. Anyways, so we went over there and I'm negative, so I don't have it. Thank goodness. I've managed to go the full time of this, so like 2 years without getting it. So pretty happy about that. Hashtag hermit life. Just don't go anywhere. Craft your little hearts out. Anyways, that's just what, yeah. I don't know. I'm a little loopy. I'm tired. Even though I've not been up very long. Like 8 hours, I think. Anyways, I'm gonna go to bed after this. So I may edit or I may wait till tomorrow. I will not be going to the Wednesday night girls group because the Young Women's, because of being having I guess just a regular winter cold. So anyways, last week I taught them how to crochet. So okay, even though I'm going to show cross stitch first, I'll show this one first. So I found a really super simple washcloth pattern. I was going to say a recipe. This was a highly very good, like lots of colors, and I like this pattern that just developed on its own. Anyways, so I taught the girls how to make this. I mean, it wasn't the biggest success, but they seemed to have fun, and I told them if they have questions, of course, I'll help them more, and I put together a playlist of, like, tutorials. So, anyways, it was a lot of fun to try to teach them crochet. So, this was the sample I took, and then I had enough to make a little face scrubby. So, that's one project I've done. Oh, excuse me. Jeez Louise. Did I mention during all that vlogging that one present my husband and I both got were these Hydrate Spark water bottles? I'm on a 22-day water streak, like meeting my water levels, the goal, which I'm super happy about. Like, I know these kind of things aren't for everyone, and a lot of people can be more responsible and hit those water goals without needing to buy a fancy thing that lights up and says, hey, drink water. I mean, it doesn't say that, but that's what the lights are saying. I'm not one of those people. I have tried to be, but I can always find excuses for myself. And then also the app for this gives you little like trophies. I mean, they're only imaginary digital trophies, but they make me so happy when I get a new one. But anyways, so for 22 days, I have met my water goal. That is since the day after Christmas till now. I believe that's 22 days. But anyways, I'm so excited and proud of myself. I do admittedly put the water flavor packets in. I can't drink the water plain, but I'm drinking water, which means I'm drinking less sugary things. I used to drink at least I would drink like a diet, a Pepsi Zero or other kinds of things. It is hard to get 3 to 4 bottles of water in every day. Your bladder does not have room for much of else. Like a cup of tea, not the multiples that I usually drink. So that's been really good. I've been really happy about that. Okay, now let's talk crafts. So this is not the order I worked on them, just the order that they're on my pile. I pulled out class schedule. Now, okay. Hopefully I put in a before picture. I only did this. I need to do a lot more on this, because I need to do a minimum of 300 stitches on it a month. So I need to work more, but I think I said this on another take, so I'll say it again. And if I said it twice, I'm sorry. But for me, it's a lot more work to get myself set up to cross stitch than it is to pick up a yarn project, because I'm trying to pull out threads and I'm trying to put the pattern and concentrating on the pattern when my brain is not wanting to concentrate on anything because I'm kind of loopy and I'm in pain and stuff like that. So the cross stitch projects don't have a ton of progress because of that. It's just been really hard for me to get my brain to focus. But I'm hoping that soon, like the back pain has been so bad that I even asked my husband to get me a heating pad, and he has a heating pad, but he sleeps with it because he gets a lot of neck and back pain. He has spinal stenosis, so he gets a lot of pain in his spine. Anyways, so he sleeps with it every night, and my pain has been so bad. I needed one, and so I didn't pick a good one. I thought I had, but it ends up being not quite as wide as I would like it, and I can feel some Velcro from where you can take the cover off and wash it, and I can feel the square plastic part. But anyways, it is also one of the only times when I have that I am not in super pain. So I have been sleeping with it. Anyways. So yeah, that's the little bit that I did. I hope to at least finish the herbology block. And then I will have the first row done. And then I've done bits and pieces on different blocks. I know I've said this before, but I know a lot of people were upset with how simplistic this whole pattern was, but I don't actually mind it. I think that for like a class schedule, it is to me like you kind of doodled the things that are related to it, not full blown on colored it. So while some of the adaptations are really, really beautifully done, and I really liked a lot of them, I think for me, doing the simple how it was charted, I don't mind that. But yeah, so I really want to finish this piece this year. It's been hanging over my head for a while. The next one that I was gonna work on is Tinkerbell from Creatively Crafting, from that stained glass Disney cell. This is the only one I ever started of them. And even then I've barely done anything. So most of my time working on this time was actually coloring it in with a highlighter on the pattern. I think I did maybe 30 stitches. So again, not much progress. Okay. Okay, now I do have a new start / finish, and that is the Year of Prairie, the very first one. So, having done this, I can say for certain that my fabric is the uneven even weave. I don't mind it so terribly much because of the nature of the Prairie Schooler. Something else, it might bother me, but so here is the first one, the clock, and it's obviously a rectangle. It's not a square like it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be 45 by 45, like that's the stitch count. So it's meant to be a square, but I think this is like 3 inches and this is like 4 inches when I measured. So very much not a square. Yeah. So I submitted this for one of my classes on the Harry Potter knitting and crochet, and like it got approved. And then the person was like, wait, because it's cross stitch, you need to iron it and take it off the hoop and all of that kind of stuff. And I'm a little bit worried that they're gonna want me to cut the fabric. And I don't want to cut the fabric because it will make it too hard to stitch all the other ones. So I'm gonna have to ask him about that, because otherwise I might just take it off and submit something else for the class, because sorry, there was all these dangling off. I had to cut it. Anyways, yeah, it would just be too hard. So I need to ask him about that and make sure what they want me to do. And the final cross stitch that I have to share is this Walk With Me temperature. Now, I'm nowhere near where I should be on this. As in I haven't stitched any of the temperatures, but I did start on the road, and the first days are along here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 5 days go till here. So I'm at the point where I need to do 3 days for sure. So I might go ahead and do that before continuing on with the road. But yeah, I need to make some more progress on this, but I really am enjoying this. And then my friend Lisa is, she's doing this gothic bookshelf temperature thing, and it looks so cool. So I got that pattern. I haven't started it, but I'm thinking about maybe doing that one, like the year I was born, or the first year we had Gracie. I don't know, picking some kind of year like that and doing that, because it looks really cool, but I don't want two temperature things from the same year. So yeah, I'm still trying to decide what I'm gonna do, but Lisa's looks so cool. Anyways, so that is the cross stitch. I already showed you this genre blanket. Now I am about 5 books behind. According to Goodreads, I'm off schedule if I'm gonna make 250 books, which was always a pipe dream. But I've read 8, I think, now, and I've only done 3 rows, so I'm behind on that, so I need to work on it. But this is how it looks so far. I clearly am reading. Okay, to tell you the truth, I think like 3 more of the stripes are this color and what I need to do. This is mystery. That blue is mystery, and I am very much in a mystery kick phase right now, cozy mysteries, which is funny because a few years ago I just couldn't even stand cozy mysteries. They were just so predictable and whatever, and now it's like all I'm reading. So yeah, need to update this more. I have to decide if I'm going to try to read big books or if I'm going to just try to hit a big number of books read. Because if I'm going to try to read some of my Brandon Sandersons, then I'm not going to be able to hit the number of books, but I'll get a good page count. Anyways, so this is, and I'm really into rolling my yarn into balls lately. I don't know why. Like, I normally cake them like this, put them in a cake. But lately I've just been wanting to work out of a ball. And so, I mean, it's probably since my husband gave me that cake ball, the yarn bowl. Yeah. I really love that bowl. So yeah, I've been using it. I think that was for my birthday. Anyways, I really love it. So I use it a lot. Okay, next, we have my coziest memories. I've only done 1 square on it, and that was because for the next project, it's one of my minis projects. I was trying to see if I could wind off of the mini about 5 grams and if it would make this memory square, and it did. And so I went ahead for that next project that I'm going to show you in a minute and wound about 5 grams off of a lot of minis so that I could just put in a good amount of effort and not, and not worry later about needing to do the coziest, because I have several Advent projects where the problem is that I need to do, oh my gosh, I wound, oh shoot, I wound this, I've been winding some of the ends on the wrong side. Ugh, good grief. Oh well, whatever. This is a scrappy project. I should not get held up about that kind of thing. But anyways, so yeah, several projects where before I was going to do the next color, I needed to do a coziest memory square, but this takes a while, and so I just hadn't done them. So now, knowing I can wind off about 5 grams and put in the memory, it's between 4 and 5, and have it be fine makes it easier for me to work on those mini projects. So this is the one square I did do. It's hard to tell, but it is like some yellow with some light purple. It's very pretty. And yeah. So the project that is my main focus for these next 3 months and my plan to finish is this granny stripe blanket for my sparkly Year of Minis. And the reason is because I was able to get this approved as an owl project for the knitting and crochet Harry Potter thing. And you have to finish the project in the 3 months. And normally it has to be a new start. However, in January or the winter term only, you can get a already started, like a WIP approved. And so I wanted to take advantage of that and really push myself to finish this. So this is my granny stripe. Look at this little Hermione progress keeper I put on here. So this is where I started at the beginning of January. And this is what I've done now. So through about here, this was all spring minis. And where it starts to get brighter, I've moved into the summer minis. And this was a club I was in called the Year of Minis. And each season you got sent 13 mini skeins that were supposed to represent the colors of that season. So it started with spring. Now I've moved into summer. And this is the one that I had the Advent to add into here also. But so I did, so I was telling you about, I wound 5 grams off of the first 6, and then because I'm into balls lately, I wound them into a ball. And so you have to start with 6 because it's the one on the inside, and then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And so this one is starting with 13 on the inside, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, and this one is 7 that's showing here. So I really like having it in the ball. It's nice. I don't know. I used to wonder why people would do it, and now I'm like, oh yeah, I want to wind everything into a ball. I go through these phases. That's why I have to stop myself from doing some things. Like sometimes I look at my yarn and I'm like, I should wind them all into cakes, and just because then you can see the colors better and you know better what it will look like. And then I just have to tell myself no. Don't do that. But anyways, so I would really like to finish this ball this week because I'm figuring that I need is it 2 weeks per season or 2 weeks for a half season? Okay, by the end of next month, I need to have finished all of the seasons. So this is summer, and we're 2 weeks into it. We're 3 weeks into it. So I still have fall and winter. That's 2. So yeah, it's 2 weeks for a half season is what I need to do as a minimum. But anyways, yeah, so I need to do that. I need to really finish this one. Otherwise, I'm going to fall behind on my goal and possibly not finish it. I really want to get this done. I think this would be so nice in my, in the retreat with the books. Have something nice and squishy to cuddle with. Anyways, yeah, so this is what I have spent a lot of time on. My final 2 projects to share are, I did a New Year's cast on with the Christmas Eve cast on yarn. And so this pattern is called String of Lights. And so I was experimenting with this sock. I decided to try a higher size needle, and so that meant a lot of adjusting. And so the stitches, so I finished one sock. Okay, so this is what one sock finished looks like. Now when I look up close and critical at it, you can see that the stitches are bigger. They're not like as pretty and delicate and everything as when you use the smaller needle. However, that kind of grew on me because it went a lot faster. There's a lot less rows. And I think that maybe with a lacy pattern, it is nice to have those nice small stitches. But with something that's like a super simple, basic type of thing, it's not bad to have something that just goes fast. And this is a fluffier yarn. It's, is it 80 or 85? I think it's 85 wool, 15% nylon. Anyways, it's it's 80-20. I have my yarns divided by the weight. So this one is 75-25, this one is 80-20, and this one is 85-15. So, and I know this dyer always dyes it on the same, so I just had to see which one was holding my Bluebird yarns. It's the stuffed one. Anyways, so yeah, I might try to see about, so things I'm considering. I could go down to a 1.5 and try this pattern in a 1.5. I want to do this all in the same yarn base to fully do the experiment. Same pattern, same yarn base, but different needles. But anyway, so I put this on and it's a really good fit. It fits really nice. Maybe I could have used just a couple more rows in the foot because it's a little snug, but that might block out. And also, I mean, it's not terribly snug. It's not unbearably snug. It's just like a tiny bit. So 1 or 2 more rows could have solved that. But anyways, I had to do less rows on the heel flap than the pattern called for. And yeah, just that kind of thing. So I was making notes about it. Like over here, I only did 40 rounds on the leg, and then I did 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 on the foot, where normally I do 80 on the foot with a size 1. 10, 20, 30, yes. So anyways, so yeah, it was really quick using the size needles. I really like how this turned out and how it looks. Oh, and I really like that on this heel flap and gusset, each side is bordered with these garter stitches, which I thought when doing it looked kind of weird, but when you put on your foot, actually it's really nice. So I might try to do that with more patterns. And yeah, this just went so fast. Like, I did the entire foot in one day, which for me is pretty impressive. And so yeah, I need to cast on the next one and get going on that, because I just do, so I can finish a pair of socks this month. And then the only other thing I was doing was I cast on to start my what is it called? Where you make a small sample. my gauge swatch. To start my gauge swatch for my cable sweater, this is all I did. The gauge swatch for this sweater, I am thinking could possibly take a full ball of yarn because it has you doing about 5 different swatches to try out all the different patterns and make sure that everything fits. So I need to work more on that. But like I said, it's been hard to sit and get comfortable and anything like that, or anything involving using my mind. So I have one piece of stash acquisition to share with you guys, and then that will be all, and I will say goodbye and probably goodnight. I am tired. So the first month of the Harry Potter Yarn Club came in the mail, and she really went beyond. It's fantastic, the extras and everything. And so this is the first month. It's called Magic Potion, and I cannot wait to knit something up with this. Isn't it just fantastic? I love it. I really do. I really love this one. Hers are mainly hits with a few misses for me, and this was a definite hit. So I can't wait. And then the extra, she normally includes like a couple pieces of candy and a couple like water flavor packets. You guys, a full pouch of tea called Magic Potion. This is one of the ones I tried, and it is from David's Tea, which is funny because I never tried David's Tea until this advent calendar, and now I just got a whole thing. It's 50 grams. And this is one of the flavors that, like, it wasn't hit enough for me to buy it, but I didn't hate it. So I'm pretty excited to be able to drink more of it. Anyways, and this is Magic Potion, and this is Magic Potion. So I cannot wait to see what's in store for month number 2. I actually need to buy it. I'll probably do that tomorrow. I've been in her club for like 3 years now. She does Harry Potter Club every single year, and so she knows that I tend to wait for the last minute, and she'll like send me a little reminder. But yeah, I really think that this is a nice start to this club. She has some really good ones. I'm tempted to pause this, and yes, I'm going to. I'm going to pause it and bring back a few of my favorites from the club in case anyone wants to sign up for it. I really like it. And this year I decided to do a different base. This is Russian blue sock fingering. So it's 85% and 15%, 85% merino, 15% nylon. And that's because I accidentally bought one in this base last year. I was doing a different base. And I accidentally bought one. And when I got it, I felt how squishy it is. And I was like, oh, next year I'm going to get this base. And so it's really nice. Okay, so I'm going to pull out a couple of my favorites from the last couple of years. And I'll try to remember to leave a link for the shop down below because I think she does a fantastic job. So sign up, join me for Harry Potter. And if you private message her, she might even be willing to do the first month. When I signed up, it was for the first time, it was like in the 4th month, and she made me all the old ones. So I can't guarantee she'll do that, but I mean, it never hurts to ask. So I will be back in a minute with a few of hers that I have from the past to share with you guys. Okay, I'm back with some of my absolute favorites. So the first year I did it, I signed up on a sparkle base, and I just don't love how this particular sparkle base dies I don't know if maybe she's changed to a different one, because I've read a lot of compliments, but like the sparkle, like you can feel it. It doesn't go so smoothly. So I only did it the 1 year. However, from that year, I loved this combination. This one is Winter at Hogwarts. So there's that one. This, I think, is from last year's Hogwarts Express. I love this because it just really does look like a train, like the train colors. This is, the minis are optional. I always pay extra to have them. Because I think she generally does a pretty good job of matching minis with the skeins. This one is one of my favorites, Nagini, however you say that, snake. I love the colors in this one. Similar coloring, but a little different. This is last year's Christmas Winter at Hogwarts. Every year she does a Winter at Hogwarts and a Halloween at Hogwarts. So this is last year's Christmas. This one is Pumpkin Juice. Isn't that fantastic? And she paired it with a green mini. And I think that they're gonna look so good together. Oh, and this one, the Flying Keys. Oh, I love this one. And the final one I brought to share with you guys is, I think this is so pretty, Buckbeak. I think that's just so pretty. But anyways, yeah, highly, highly, highly recommend this dyer. I think she does a great job interpreting Harry Potter themes, and every year she takes something, so she switches between books and movies. So 1 year it's movies, the next year it's books. I think this is a movies year, which means there's 8 months in the club. On book years there is 7, because there's 7 books, but there's 8 movies. Anyways, so it always starts in January, goes to either July or August, and then you can sign up for the Halloween club or Halloween special, and you can sign up for the Christmas one, and I always do both. And I love this club a lot. If I had to get rid of all the others, this is probably the one that I would keep. I really can't say enough good things. And this Magic Potion one just makes me so happy. Like, I might try to find the perfect pattern for this and cast it on ASAP, because I love this combination here. So anyways, that is all I have for you guys. I am going to try to hit some more goals, do some more stitching, and I need to look at my classes. It's been like a week or two ever since I got my backache that I haven't looked at the classes to see what I need to do to finish them. So I will be back next week. I will try to only do a cross stitch or a yarn. It really just kind of depends on how much I get done with each one, but I'm hoping to settle into the rhythm by February. So without further ado, have a great stitching night or day, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!